guys, welcome back to another video. Thanks for coming back to my channel. In this video, we are going to analyze the Zimmermann Fall Winter 2022 fashion show together. I'm just gonna kind of take you guys through as I'm watching it. I've watched it like 10 times now. My goal in reacting to this show with you guys on camera is to show you like what my thought process is whenever I'm looking at a fashion show. We're going to go over basically like what we can learn from a show. If you are very unfamiliar with the runway, it can be very intimidating when it comes to like trying to learn anything. Beyond Zimmermann, beyond the like frilly romantic styles that are appealing to me, hopefully you can use this as an example of how to interpret shows when you like really don't know very much about high fashion at all. It's really as simple as writing down what you're seeing, looking at different silhouettes and colors, and just noticing patterns. So for any show that I want to like watch a couple times over, break down and figure out like trends, the mood, how the designers are like creating a feel and like style with their outfits, what I will do is I will take a piece of paper and I will categorize what I'm seeing basically. Like the first impression of the show, I have a part where I just like give my feelings and my first impressions. You will see what I mean when we're going into it. And that kind of just sets the stage for the theme and tone of that designer's collection for that season. And then next I have a colors category where I'm just very simply writing down like the neutrals that they're using. And then I write the color palette that they're going towards for that season. And certain brands tend to stick to certain neutrals and colors just because certain colors and neutrals tend to be more harmonious for some styles versus others. But every season and every year, there tends to be colors that are trendy. You will see those colors show up in lots of designers. So I basically just look out for the colors that I'm seeing and like the color combinations that I'm seeing as well. And then we have materials, and then we have trends, and then we have overall silhouette. And I'll just take notes as I go along, as I'm watching the show. And then at the end, I will see if I notice patterns. I will go back to outfits that I really liked and figure out why I liked them. And then from the designers that I like and the outfits that I like, I can figure out how I can apply that to my style in a way that's more wearable. So for me, that means less trying to find an exact copy of an outfit. While sometimes you can, I'm more talking about like how that designer creates a certain silhouette and combines colors, as well as just like creating that style that they have. I will not be going in depthly into like meanings, deep meanings that you have to do a ton of research for. You're just trying to practically apply the shows that you like to your wardrobe. So I'm gonna walk you through Zimmermann's Fall 2022 show and just show you like how to very easily break this stuff down. I'm gonna pause it right there. Haven't really seen very much, but this is just setting the mood for the entire show. As we are coming into it, it's very soft. The music is very emotional, and so that kind of reads romance style-wise. For me, this is important to write down because it gives me like a box to figure out the rest of the show in. Their collection is supposed to say something to you. It's supposed to make you feel something, and so understanding like how they are doing this show beyond the pieces, like the actual clothing pieces, is a really good way to understand what the clothing is supposed to do and how the clothing is supposed to like create a certain style. Right away we have softness, we have romance, but it's actually contrasted with this black background where there's like these figures and geometric shadowy things where you don't quite know what they are yet. As you get into the video, you realize that it kind of looks like a rock concert, but it's not like a jarring, dramatic rock concert feel. It feels very much like, ooh, and as we get into the video, you will see very much taking inspiration from the 70s. We're not at just a concert. We are at a like 70s, like I don't know, vibey concert. I know nothing about the 70s. Most of us can understand the reference of, okay, this looks like a rock concert, sort of, okay, this is soft, this is nice and like it just makes us feel good. It just makes us feel calm. A great word for the intro of this would be dreamlike. Love will find a way, like a flower grows on an empty street, and a river flows down towards the sea. Everybody knows night turns into day. So first shot, skirt in, it's flowing, it's gorgeous. It has all of those mixing textures of the materials, as well as like very intricate detailing patterns. It's so gorgeous. It's exciting, but it's very calm. And even with those hands going, it's not just like, it's not intense concert. It's like we're reaching, we're trying to grasp something. So the feel is emotional. The style is romantic while still being that very bohemian type of Zimmermann vibe. So into every heart, love will find a way. Love will find a way. Love will find a way. From the deepest dark, love will find a way. When I saw this like goldenrod with the pink and the like maroony, oh my goodness, I'm in love. I would not have thought to put that together, but it is very much me. It is something that I think will look gorgeous as well for fall. And so for me, that is something that I'm very much just going to fully copy. I love it so much. You can see with her neckline and her like shoulder stuff going on, we're gonna still see like lots of puff sleeves. A-line skirt situation. I didn't really think about it when I first saw this, but as the show goes on, you will realize that there's a lot of that mini skirt feel, but the mini skirts tend to have a bit more structure to them where it's creating that volume. If you look back, I am curious to see how like brands that are actually like we can afford are going to interpret that. And I'm going to keep my eye out for pieces like that. But it's definitely a very interesting type of like silhouette where it like there's just structure as well as the feminine, the normal like feminine silhouette. The men's shirt collar stuff going on, and that feels very 70s reminiscent still. And the pattern on this shirt is so interesting. It feels very 70s. It feels very like 70s glam, but it's still very feminine. And this Zimmermann show in particular has made these trends that I'm seeing that I didn't like as much a little bit less intimidating. I love the idea of a teeny tiny bit of that like weird 70s stuff going on. I love that it's like just kind of like flowing into the shirt that's just mostly plain. I am a little bit sad that I probably won't be able to find any pieces that have this, just because I feel like it looks very high fashion. It looks very unique. And so I imagine outside of someone like actually just like copying Zimmermann, I might not see a lot of it. Hopefully I'm wrong, because I actually love this and I think it would be a really good way to add like an element of cool to my mostly like super girly style, super girly basic style basically. Out of winter skies, the sunlight brings the spring. When the battle dies, birds begin to sing, waiting for a hand to pull you from the fray. You will understand, love will find a way. Love will find a way. Love will find a way. love the glittery detailing of some of this. It feels very early 2000s and I think is going to be difficult to style in a way that is actually doesn't look stupid. But I'm excited for some of that like glittery, glitzy, super like sparkly embroidered to the point of looking super textured. I wouldn't mind a little glitter. I feel like outside of it being a trend, it feels too much, but if we're deciding it's a trend and it's everywhere, I'm going to wear it. I am also noticing and writing down that I'm seeing dangly earrings, which is something that, like the just string dangly sparkly thing, I haven't seen that in a while. But I'm glad it's back because I think it's gorgeous. I think it's like romantic and just, it can be very ethereal, but yeah, I'm excited for that. Still seeing a lot of white boots. I'm a little upset that they're so popular because I love them and I don't want anybody else to love them. But so more of that maroon and pink. A lot of like monochrome outfits of just one very bold color, maroon. Not a huge fan of the pink pantsuit. I just don't really like pantsuit, but if you break up the pieces, I would wear them. So like the blazer, just the blazer. I love the idea of a pink blazer. I love the idea of like pink, not bell bottom, but just a little bit more wide leg pants. I love it, but this vertical striped shirt, I love the brown. I love the brown and the cream with the pink, and I'm definitely going to keep my eye out for a vertical striped shirt. I've already been looking and I cannot find it anywhere. Like these vertical striped shirts in these like gorgeous autumn but very feminine colors. I'm just gonna have to wait for somebody to copy Zimmermann and get it because I'm not gonna be able to buy the Zimmermann one. But yeah, so surprised about how much I like the vertical stripe, as well as the early 2000s sunglasses. Not gonna lie, I've been waiting. I used to have a t-shirt with Johnny Depp on it from Charlie and the Chocolate, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. I don't know, but he had those like really crazy like goggle things on it, and it was like my favorite shirt because at the time I couldn't remember who it was because I was like 12, but it reminded me of this fashion icon. Also still can't remember her name, but I actually know who she is now, so I'm obsessed with that type of sunglasses since that movie. I'm still obsessed with them, and I hope that they're still back in summer because I'm going to wear them. I'm keeping my eye out for also the like twirly Victorian pattern going on, and I love these like linen-y colors as well. Again, you're seeing the very glitzy jewelry, the very sparkly jewelry on top of the maroon, which is absolutely gorgeous. I feel like it has a very romantic feel to it. It feels very luxe. It feels very, very feminine. We still have all of those collars going on. Okay, I love this outfit. This outfit is stunning. Let's talk about it. So, headscarf, very, very 70s with the big glasses, still very 70s. But honestly, I think it's more early 2000s. At least that's what I remember growing up in that time. I remember the headscarves and I remember the big sunglasses. Pink, like dark fuchsia, maybe raspberry, and maroon checked trench coat, and oh my goodness, I will be looking for any outerwear in this maroon and pink because honestly I think with my style it will be classic enough, but with the pinks and the maroons and the browns and the creams, oh my gosh. The wide leg I'm like curious to try. I don't know if I will like it. For browns, for the dark browns, I am noticing more camel as well as that like dark brown that we saw, like the chocolatey brown. I saw it in a lot of like croc print, so that color for the neutrals. if this is even right, to be honest with you, but this is how I would interpret it. So fringing is still kind of a trend, but fringing doesn't necessarily fit very well into some styles. And I think this either might just be Zimmermann being Zimmermann, or it might be sort of their interpretation of that trend. If you notice, there is some things that have like cutout thingies, or there's like multiple layers sitting, and it makes it feel very like textured, but it isn't as Western feeling. It's not as like boho feeling. It's more romantic feeling. I like the interest of this. So I'm definitely going to be keeping my eye out for this type of thing when it comes to dresses or nicer shirts and interest to my wardrobe. There's something about fringing in this type of the way there's like more material going on, there's more cuts to it. There's something about it that feels warm. It reads very like fall. It's almost feather-like. I think it's a really good way of like doing fall in a somewhat like light, ethereal way. I'm loving these leather jackets enough that I think while I won't be getting black leather, it is tempting. I think that outside of the season, I wouldn't wear it just because I just don't love black leather that much. It feels so stiff on me. So sailor situation, very Beatles. Anytime I see like the double button situation, sailor style, so Beatles. Yeah, so, oh man. I think this year might be a year of me being tempted by like gorgeous outerwear. This color is really interesting. I am definitely going to be looking for that like dusty, deep peach. I think that will look really good, and I think it feels like it could be very classic for my style. So lots of camel, lots of the fur. Not really my thing, but that's definitely turning this year. spilled coffee on my shirt. I don't know why I'm putting myself on the internet. I'm just so relatable. Please subscribe. Look at this pants. I will never wear these pants, but like, it's so cool. For some reason, when I think about fall, I always think about the goldenrod yellow, the mustard yellow, and I'm just like, I really like this. I tend to not like fall as much just because I feel like I am stuck in this box that feels very classic and it ends up feeling like stuffy on me. I think these florals will be a perfect addition to my fall wardrobe. I want them to stay in my wardrobe for a while. And I think these trending patterns are something that gravitate towards me enough that I'm really excited to wear them in the future, even when they're not trendy. Plaid is always in style in fall. We're still seeing a lot of platform type shoes, and so I think that's going to be around for a while, as well as the knee high boots. Somebody I was watching recently said that they think over the knee boots are like kind of done. Kind of like them, so I don't care. We're definitely seeing a lot of like actual like knee boots, like equestrian style, brown leather, camel leather, dark leather, croc leather. All right, guys, I'm going to insert the clips of the outfits we didn't talk about that I think are very noteworthy still, just for the sake of time and so I don't lose subscribers for being so boring.